Back on October 26th, the C8 Z06 was officially announced to the world, with a 5.5-liter V8 putting out 670 horsepower, which is actually the most power from a naturally aspirated V8. It makes sense why there is so much hype and excitement surrounding this car. The same anticipation existed for the base Stingray as well, but one future Corvette has been overshadowed, the C8 E-Ray. My name is Max, and in this video I will discuss 3 reasons as to why the C8 Corvette E-Ray will be the most influential Corvette of all time. That may sound controversial, but I believe that the reaction to the E-Ray will dictate the future of the Corvette entirely. With recent pictures surfacing of what could be the C8 E-Ray, I thought this would be a great time to bring attention to the E-Ray. Before I do go ahead and get started, make sure to like and subscribe if you do find yourself enjoying the video. Reason number 1, the first hybrid Corvette. There is no official confirmation from GM, but it is highly rumored that this will be a hybrid, similar to what we have seen Acura do with the NSX. It is rumored to feature the base Stingray 6.2-liter V8 engine, but in addition include electric motors. It is a very interesting concept in the sense that we have never seen this before on a Corvette. In fact, the mid-engine is still pretty new for the Corvette. Many people still probably think of the Vette as a car with a long hood and an engine beneath it in the front. To take the engine to the back and then add electric motors to that takes this car far from where a lot of people might view what a Corvette should look like. With that being said, if the car sells well, that would probably ensure that we see a fully electric Corvette in the near future. On the other hand, if the car is not appealing to the target market, GM will have a real dilemma on their hands as the rest of the world is shifting to electric vehicles. It is also highly rumored that the E-Ray will be an all-wheel drive car. If that does hold true, it would be the first all-wheel drive Corvette, in addition to being the first hybrid Corvette ever. Being all-wheel drive would certainly help with taking off from a dig. Also, it would obviously do better in the rain or even the snow. For those who live in places where it snows consistently, if you wanted a Corvette, you would have likely needed a second car in the past to get you through the winter safely. That would no longer be the case if the all-wheel drive C8 becomes a reality. My real question lies with the reaction of the public to an all-wheel drive Corvette rather than the practicality of it. The Corvette has always been a rear-wheel drive sports car, and an all-wheel drive Corvette takes us far from what the history of the car has shown it to be. Reason number 3, going head-to-head with the Z06. The Z06 will be a 2023 vehicle, and some thought the E-Ray would be as well, but that has yet to be confirmed. Regardless, whether the E-Ray debuts in 2023 or 2024, the Z06 will also be offered. It will be extremely interesting to see what people choose, as both the Z06 and E-Ray will be considered higher variants of the C8 than the base Stingray. Regardless of how much power the electric motors add, the E-Ray will still 100% have more power than the base version, as it will likely use the 6.2-liter V8 featured in the base Stingray. It is possible that the E-Ray would contain 600 plus horsepower, considering just the V8 would have nearly 500. On the other hand, the Z06 has 670 horsepower, but is completely different from what the E-Ray is rumored to be like. Sales on both vehicles during the first year that both are offered will be very telling in how much longer GM offers a Corvette without any electric assistance. If the Z06 blows the E-Ray out of the water in orders, then it's safe to say that GM will keep that option available for a while. I think the E-Ray deserves a little more attention just simply because it is so different, and I'm so curious as to how people will react to it. I know that many of the people that own Corvettes, their father, grandfather, and or someone else in their family owned one too. That being said, many people have a strict idea of what a Corvette should look like. Even as well as the C8 base Stingray has done thus far, I mean GM cannot even make enough to keep up with the demand, there has still been pushback from some of the older generations that never visualized a Corvette with a mid-engine platform. I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions of both the C8 E-Ray itself, but also how you think the general public will react to this car. With that said, I'm going to end the video here, and I will see you guys all in the next one for more C8 content. Peace.